Tony Miola from nearby Kearney, New Jersey. He's the team captain. The sweeper is Marcelo Balboa. John Doyle will be one of the stopper backs. Next to him will be Desmond Armstrong. On the right side, playing in the back, is Fernando Clavijo. Brian Quinn will be orchestrating from midfield. And Bruce Murray will do the same role down the right side. Dominic Kinnair will serve as an attacking midfielder for the USA team today. Peter Vermes, a homecoming for him. He played for Rutgers University in his collegiate career. He'll be running as one of the front runners, along with Eric Winalda, probably the best goal scorer that the U.S. have on the field today.
That's a look at the USA lineup for the blue and gold of the Ukraine. This is really their second game of all in 1992. Prokopenko is the coach there as part of their lineup.
Number 3, Serhiy Tretiak, is the man to watch. He's the most experienced defender. He's going to organize for them defensively. And if you look at their midfielders and forwards, the man to watch is Ivan Hechko. He has 10 goals in the league. And number 9, Yuri Hudimenko, has 12 goals, the leading scorer in the Ukrainian league.
Watching the World Series of
Jersey is the site of today's World Series of Soccer match between the Ukraine and the United States World Cup team. The Ukraine has played only one other game this year. They lost a 3-1 game at home against Hungary a couple months ago, but they used mostly youth players in that particular game. Your officials are Michael Caulfield from the Republic of Ireland. Down there. I believe the humidity is just a bit higher down there because of the bit of rain that hit this area.
Oh, about an hour before kickoff, it's still evaporating off the grass there, and you can really feel it. Up here, it's nice and cool in the press box.
You're just looking at Chaika. They will be performing at halftime. 40 young men and women. It's a dancing group from New York made up of Ukrainian Americans.
As an independent nation, something they've not been able to do ever before.
Number 10 over the ball is Ivan Hetsko. He had 10 goals this year playing for Odessa. They are the cup champions of Ukraine. He's one of the players to watch. Number 9, Hudimenko, being the other for the Ukraine. It is played back. The Ukraine with the ball there in their blue and gold colors. USA in red, white, and blue, predominantly white this afternoon in New Jersey.
Leading up to the '94 World Cup, any Ukraine players who would like to participate in the World Cup would have to join the CIS. The Ukraine did not get in early enough in terms of FIFA to be one of the sanctioned teams to enter the '94 World Cup.
Mora's on the throw from Pamazun, the goalkeeper. Simbala giving it up in midfield, and Armstrong took him down. Play on, says Michael Caulfield, the official. Advantage win for the Ukraine. Moving it upfield. This is the deepest they've been. Sent in outside of the penalty arc. Walking in. Hudimenko can't get the ball, as Miola was right there. A lot of players missing today from the U.S. lineup. We'll give them to you when we get a moment, but right now this free kick coming up. Dominic Kinnair, number 8 for the U.S. into the area. Balboa with a strong header, with a nice recovery. Armstrong is 15, trying to split 2 defenders. Playing it outside now. Winalda in the area. Knocks it right back out. Vermes on the crossbar post. Too high. Mihalik was looking for. U.S. will control it though. And they work it back out for Dominic Kinnair. Kinnair tried to find the hole. Broke it up. Here come the Ukraine. Hetsko, number 10. Tries to play it back. This is Sherbakov. And Armstrong breaks that play up with help from Clavijo.
Just creating difficulties for the Ukraine defense out at the top of the box. Not a bad idea by Winalda there to set up that shot.
Goran Milutinovic, the head coach. Next to him, Timo Liakoski's assistant. The cross to the middle. Cleared out. A chance. Quinn missed kicking. Quinn with another one. A left footer and a save. A spectacular play. Pamazun, as Brian Quinn did well to recover that one. What a way to follow up a miss hit. U.S. will have another corner kick coming up. Kinnair will take it far side. A low bender. A player was knocked down in the penalty area. Doyle in the air. Not cleared out, and now finally by the Ukraine. Clavijo missing with Hetsko, but Armstrong is backing him up. Balboa that time, Nikiforov is number 5 for the Ukraine, advancing it.
Which one's our head coach?
Giving it back.
The guy with his arm.
Bondarenko was 4. He's broken up. Brian Quinn, 14 for the U.S. to Winalda. Wijnaldum with a good burst of speed. Has Vermes to the left. And it's one nice job, Nikiforov coming back to make a nice play defensively.
Indirect kick. So most likely Doyle doing some obstructing there.
Well, now let's see what...
I think it's an offside call.
Yeah.
The referee was pointing the other direction. All the players, in fact, were convinced it was a call against all because they were setting up for a free kick against the U.S., an indirect kick.
Coming up, Kinnear will take it. Still scoreless, better than 25 minutes to go in this first half from Rutgers. Kinnear on the bender, headed down and just missing. Doyle was open on the far side, but it looked like Wijnaldum was the man that came streaking in. By the ball.
As your Ukrainian.
It's not very good. That's why I'm not telling you what they're saying. And Murray's back there as well, number 4. And Murray can strike from that far out easily. Less than 20 minutes to go in the first half. It is scoreless for now. Balboa will leave it. Murray, right footer, and it's wide of the goalkeeper, Hamazoun. Gorgeous day for soccer. Here's Brian Quinn in the scoreless game. Giving it up, Balboa, number 17 in white. Vermes, tackled away. Simbala, number 7, back for the Ukraine. About 16 minutes to play. Sherbakov breaking clear. Sherbakov in the area, chased by Doyle. Miola made the save. Corner kick coming up, but Tony Miola was brilliant. Sherbakov showed he's got some reels.
And the Ukrainian-American fans here like it because he took off in a hurry, and Doyle, at the last moment, was able to recover. Look at this ball spinning ever so near Tony Miola's goal. He came out, cut the angle well. We'll see it from a different angle. There's Doyle getting a foot on it at the last minute, which scared Miola, actually, because he thought maybe he was about to make the save. Instead, it goes out for a corner kick.
Looked like Miola touched it live, but not there, right?
No, Doyle got his foot on it.
Simbala. Passed away, and there's Mihalik. A little better than 13 minutes to go. A 4-man wall for the U.S.
And the player laying on the ground, as Sherbakov did, can be a tactical ploy. Gives them a chance to really collect their thoughts, get a little oxygen in the system, cool off a little bit, and then make a quality strike on goal.
Hetzko and Sherbakov are over the ball. Sherbakov line up right behind it. Hetzko to the angle. Hetzko, left footer, too high. Way high against Tony Miola. By one of the better goal scorers on this squad for Hartford in the NASL. Mihalik will send it into the middle. And there's the goalkeeper, Hamazoun, before Vermes or anyone else could get to it. Under 5 minutes to go, unofficial time here at Rutgers. Part of the crowd in attendance here today at Rutgers, watching Ukraine in their first game ever as an independent nation outside of their own country. And what a country to play, the country that stands for freedom, the United States. We'll talk more about that at halftime with Gene Chisowitz, one of the promoters of this game. Ball played in long. Doyle with Miola there. Physical in the area. For the U.S. You may remember that name, Gene Chisowitz, because he's a former coach of our U.S. national team and a Ukrainian-American. Tretiak. Blocked, it comes right back. Nikiforov, good move on the cut. Playing it. Bondarenko. Kovalich. Inside for Hetzko, and it was headed out by Balboa. Corner kick coming up. That was dangerous.
But in the final analysis, the last shot has not been very convincing.
Well, you saw on our clock upper portion of your screen, we went about a minute or so, or almost a full minute, into injury time. No scoring though in the first half of play, but all in all, Ty, I thought a very entertaining scoreless first half of play. That one's a wild one. He wanted Armstrong. He's going to get Hetzko instead. Hetzko, number 10, working the left side of the field. Armstrong stays with him, detains him until help arrives from Kinnear. Good effort by Armstrong, and then Kinnear with the support on defense. Quinn to Chung, opening it up for Mihalik on the lead pass. Mihalik will get there. Far post shot, way wide.
Comes back at Dooley, Wegerle, and who has to sit. So I think we've seen that in terms of the determination of some of the players.
There's Prokopenko, who is the Ukraine coach who just disappeared from our camera. Don't be shy, Victor. Head coach of the Ukraine national team, Victor Prokopenko, who guided Odessa to the Cup championship. Checking to see if the offside trap was on.
like an X-ray.
Kovalec, far post. Miola's out. He missed. May have lost that one in the sun, going right out after it. Armstrong in there to try to work it.
A dominating player in the air.
Nikiforov, look at the crowd he's drawing. Right side, Prokiko, and it's headed away by Doyle, who wanted a foul. Looked like Hetzko. You can hear someone say he's grabbing him.
He was striking goal.
Far more entertaining game than 2 weeks ago when the U.S. lost to Australia 1-0. Still scoreless, right side. Murray looking for Masters. He's up there with a header. It comes out Mihalik on a missed kick. It's loose. Here's a turnaround for Kinnear, far post, and he shot it wide. I'm not sure from this angle is he shooting or if he thought someone may have been at the far post.
Definitely shooting. He took a quick look to see if maybe he could set up Masters. He wasn't able to see that. Instead, tried to do it on his own. And there's some miscommunication in the Ukraine defense. And on the turn there is Kinnear. But Masters was there. You'll see it from this angle here. Kinnear does a great job of winning it. He's got Masters right out in front, who had a better angle to shoot.
It's to Chung. Tretiak is there. Chung will win it. Knocked out. Who touched it last? They're going to give it to Chung. And the U.S. national team, the shots on goal show the U.S. 6-1. And they had an edge of 13-4, as I recall, in that first half of play. So the shots are lopsided. U.S. favor. Here's Mihalik's bender. Missing one target. Quinn in the area. On the left to the far post for Masters. It's loose. Pamazoon took a kick in the face. And a foul, a dangerous play it should be, on Kinnear. Pamazoon may have to see a dentist before this is over.
The U.S. team is dominating so much and having chances, but perhaps a little more patience in some of these attacking situations would pay off, because this ball here, they're trying to find Masters at the far post. He wasn't quite there yet. Also, Bruce Murray had taken up a very good position near the top of the box, and Quinn rushed that serve into the back post. Just before, this is Doyle. Watch Doyle react here as he sees Armstrong set up with Sherbakov, and Doyle slides all the way over to fill in and make the big defensive play. He recognized the situation early, anticipated it.
Obstructed him. Great effort by Nikiforov. There's Prokopenko. Well, when they've had to, the poise that they've shown. There's Boromir Yutinovic shouting out instructions from the U.S. bench. Here's Kovalec, number 8. Getting by Clavijo. On the turn, Sherbakov on the run. Great effort by Mihalik. And Sherbakov as well for staying in there with Pohitko. And then Armstrong, it goes out of play. And let's see if the referee will acknowledge the substitution. He will. Kovalec may not have much left here. And Rebro, Serhii Rebro, number 14, will get ready to check into the lineup. Kovalec will come out. Good effort today by Serhii Kovalec, who plays for the Kiev team. Dynamo Kiev, we called it at one time in the Soviet Union. Dynamo is, I guess, the Ukrainian pronunciation.
As opposed to the Russian.
Yes. And Dynamo for us Americans, right, for years. Coming back on the right side, Quinn. Good run by Murray to take it into the area, but there's Pamazoon.
The high grass may have a bit to do it, but it's a very smooth surface, so they should have adjusted to it by now.
Vatamanyuk comes in. Moroz goes off, number 6. So Yaroslav Vatamanyuk wearing number 13. So some fresh legs as well for the Ukraine side. Sherbakov is down on the field. And the referee Caulfield calling some attention. He may have gotten kicked in the head.
Sherbakov has been an exciting player today. He's always been a threat in the counterattack. He's in obvious pain here.
The time team congratulates Tony Meola and John Doyle for their effort for a play that is truly something special in the air. Take 2 aspirins, Mr. Sherbakov, and call the doctor in the morning.
This is where he gets a little bit of the elbow as Quinn gets up real early. He comes down with the elbow, and that's called taking up a...
We'll get it. Mike Sorber. His first touch of the ball for Chung. Sends it in low, intended for Masters. Simbalar running out of room. Sorber and Chung trying to force a corner. And the linesman really has to be awake on that side. It's going the other way. A crowded corner, to say the least.
Crowded by 3 U.S. players who have all come on as subs, Masters, Chung, and Sorber, trying to create something in the attack there.
Far side of the field is where the Ukrainian squad will line up for Nikiforov. In a space, Tretiak pushing to get free. Tretiak on the double team. Armstrong makes the play for number 3, Doyle. Left side, Mihalik. U.S. giving it a good effort on the run, trying to push forward, and Mihalik stumbled over the ball. Now the Ukraine squad comes back. Let's see what they do. Will they push forward? They've got some fresh legs in Rebro out there. And Vadomanyuk, left side, that's Rebro, but there was an offside, I thought. Linesman did too. That well, though, because you could tell that Quinn was ready to tee it up. When you do all that work and now you get a little momentum going, your next step is to crack it.
He had pushed it a little bit too far. Balboa was trying to do him a favor, I think, and set it for him. And it didn't work out, so then Balboa had to be the one to take it.
Doyle looking to create something for Brian Quinn. Coming back the other way. Here's the man, Shevakov breaking into the area of the shot. I thought Miola got a piece. And if they call it a goal kick, then I'm wrong. He missed it, and they're calling it goal kick.
And if he'd have put it in, we'd have had to change the start of the game.
Yeah, well, let's recall the Snickers award if he breaks in. That's what I was thinking.
There's Sorber trying to touch the ball into Doyle. Doyle working the ball across the back of the defense, puts the ball a little bit too far in front of Quinn, and now here's Shevakov with that great speed and balance as he was able to ride off one tackle by Clavijo. He's all the way through. Miola takes up a good position, cuts the angle, and this one just misses by inches.
Good challenge by Miola. And it would have been ironic if we wanted to change our Snickers guy, because the guy that gave it up was John Doyle. Uncharacteristic for him.
Shevakov bursting through with his acceleration and having the best chance all day for the Ukraine team, and seeing it just angle slightly wide. This is more of Miola's look at it. And what I liked about Shevakov is when he saw that opportunity, he went for it, no hesitation, used his explosive acceleration, and was able to ride that tackle by Clavijo, keep his balance, and come all the way in.
There's the time up in your upper portion of your screen. Here's Quinn looking for Masters, and it's broken up. Out to 15, Desmond Armstrong. Time remaining about a minute and a half, but we may have some injury time to add on. The effort here this afternoon, but it may go unrewarded in terms of a victory. May have to settle for the tie. Shevakov for Rebro. And Balboa. Rebro took it. They got to call that foul, and they do.
Both teams really lacking in their shooting ability.
Balboa heading upfield as Clavijo passes to Kinnear. Now Quinn looking the other way. Right side. And a foul is going to be called for. Our Sports Channel Ohio viewers, we'll be sending you to Cleveland Stadium, where John Sanders and Rick Manning are standing by with Cleveland Indians baseball. Dominic Kinnear getting ready now for this restart. About 30 or so yards away from goal. No Murray out there, who's very dangerous on these situations, although not today. But Quinn out there with Kinnear. We'll see what happens.
Murray probably hit the best one that was hit today.
Here's Kinnear. Setting it in low. Headed down by Balboa and just wide, but a great effort to find Balboa by Kinnear. That could have been a great one in injury time, no less.
That was well coordinated and timed.
That's it. Michael Caulfield, the referee, says
this was the final chance. The ball curled in by Kinnear. Balboa's onto it, but he puts it wide with the head at the near post.
Ty, that would have been about 5 seconds from the final whistle, and it would have been Balboa from Kinnear, but instead it is a 0-0 tie the way it ends up. And again, the shots on goal, etc., will show that the U.S. had the edge in this one, but it won't go that way. The World Series of Soccer match ends in a scoreless tie between the national team of the Ukraine and the U.S. World Cup team.